If you haven't watched part one of the series I made, you can go ahead and watch it first before watching this video. Like, it could be somewhere in the link here or maybe on the side of the video. If not, it will be in the description of this video wherever you're watching from. In that video, I broke down LinkedIn skills on the rise, LinkedIn's top fastest growing skills on the rise in the UK. And all the things you need to know right now about that video is in the link below. But a lot of people came back to say, okay, so which of these skills actually applies to me? Well, I thought about it as well. Like, how do we apply all those fantastic things that LinkedIn has spotted out for us? How do we align it with our jobs, current jobs, or our job roles? And how is that exactly going to affect me? Now, we're going to be covering all that good stuff today in this video. Because here's the thing, LinkedIn didn't just give us a list. LinkedIn actually went ahead to mop up all the skills that applies to those trending skills they have spotlighted across 10 job functions and how we can actually connect them to what we currently do. And this is a game changer. This changes everything because right now you can know what career path to take and if what you're doing is actually going to help you stand the test of time. So this is what we're building on today. So in this video, we're going to talk about the job functions, the 10 job functions that these skills applies to. And if yours is one of them, you can only find out if you stay tuned. Okay, let's just jump right into the video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lai. I am popularly known as Overi, and on this channel, I talk about life in the UK. I talk about my immigration experiences, and I talk about LinkedIn and career growth and practical tips to help you navigate your journey with more confidence. If this sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe. So let's just go into the video already. So LinkedIn identified 10 job functions across which the skills on the rise actually touches. And these are, if you look at my screen, these are engineering, IT and technology, finance, marketing, healthcare services, human resources, operations, sales, business development, and education. I've broken down this video into different sections and just so the video will not be too long, compiling some of the skills together so we can quickly look at it. If you want to read the full article to this job functions, it's going to be left in the description below. You can grab the article, you can go read it for yourself in detail and see how this aligns or applies to your skills. The first section I have engineering and IT and technology. Now, obviously, this is not a surprise that this would be one of the first in the list because AI, everything is AI technology, everything has moved a notch higher. So we have things like prompt engineering here, we have large language models, and then we have machine learning operations, we have chatbot development, and these are all the fast skills on the rise in the technical roles. But LinkedIn is actually saying to us it's not just enough to know these tools exist. We have to, as a person, as a technical person, know how we can use the skills to build, also how we can deploy and manage AI systems in real production environments in real time. So it's just going to be beyond words. It's going to be you being able to put this into use. You're going to be very hands-on. You're going to be that person who can use AI to solve problems in your workplace as you find just as you deem fit. And if you're in a technical role and you haven't been able to do anything about upgrading or the self-development, or this is your sign, you might want to start looking into how you can make your job more appealing, make yourself more appealing by learning how to use all these tools, and so you can be that go-to person they will call for a job because you just know how to get these things done. So this is your sign to start working on your technicalities, okay? Section two on my list is finance. And yes, it's no surprise. It's a bit of a surprise to me that finance is still on the rise, but really, why will it go under? Why will it not be on the rise? Because We all have to learn how to make financial decisions as human beings. And so if this is for you, you'll be looking at data-driven decision making, you'll be looking at statutory reporting, you'll be looking at government risk management, you'll be looking at compliance as well. So these are all the climbing roles in finance. And it only makes sense if you think about it, that how do I actually apply AI tools to my role as a financial analyst? You should be able to know how to use AI to make financial decision, how to analyze data properly, and this will help you stand out if you can interpret data and translate it into making effective decision for your company and for yourself. It will help you, it will give you an edge. AI has brought new skills to us and it has brought new risks. So as a financial analyst, you should know how to use the skills and how to use this AI to make financial decision that will be favorable to your company. And companies are urgently looking for professionals who can understand risks and compliance, because compliance is also a big part of our society. As a financial person, as a person in accounting, your job is not just accounting anymore alone. It entails decision making, data, governance skills, risk analysis, compliance, and making financial decisions that will help boost your company's productivity. Yeah, so that's for finance. And the next on my list also was also very surprising, which is my section three, and this is marketing. For someone who has been in marketing, I'm still a marketer. I was in marketing for 10 years. Yeah. So I was very happy when I saw that this is actually one of the skills on the rise. And in this job function, it's about data storytelling. You must have heard about storytelling these days, which is a big part of selling, sales and marketing. But here we're looking at data storytelling, we're looking at growth strategy, and we're also looking at technology road mapping. As a sales and as a marketer, as a person in marketing, the skills are actually rising for marketers. Are you able to translate data? Are you able to tell story from the data you have? Are you able to craft or draft, sorry, an adequate growth strategy for your company to help them thrive? Yeah, if you can do all this, you will not just be any marketer. LinkedIn is saying here that marketer is now being pulled closely to commercial strategy table. It means you're part of the person who will help the company make a big decision, and you're an important person. So it has gone beyond just campaigns and content. It is no more just campaigns and content. It is now they want to see how marketers can connect what they are doing to revenue. Whatever you're doing is about bringing money into the company actually. So how can you articulate a technology roadmap for your company? How can you connect what you're doing to revenue? How can you translate data into productivity? That is what you want to be doing as a marketer. So those who will be hired as marketers are those who can do these things and much more, who can help the company grow using AI, using technology to draft a roadmap for the company's success. So if you're that person I'm talking to, well, this is your sign to go learn how to use AI on your job to become a better marketer. Section 4, we're looking at healthcare services. As someone who is in the healthcare sector in the UK, I actually did not see this coming, sincerely. I didn't think this would be there because nobody's going to be competing with the jobs in the healthcare sector, right? But then you must be ready to stand out on your job in the sector, even though you feel like your job is very important because you're in the healthcare sector, obviously. But they want you to now know how to think using AI, how to be very ethical in your operations. Now, the use of AI has come to stay. And for those of us in the healthcare sector, they are saying they want operational excellence. They're looking for what companies are looking for is someone who can make ethical decision with the use of AI or technology, and someone who can actually optimize processes, because there's lots of backlogs in the healthcare sector and they want processes to be sped up, and the use of technology can actually help us speed up everything, a lot of things, but then you have to do it in a very ethical way. And that's what we're thinking of when we think of AI in the healthcare sector. It's how people can actually navigate the healthcare sector in a very ethical way such that there's no compromise on anything. So they're looking for someone who can optimize processes without losing the human touch. While you're using whatever you're using technology in your sector, we want you to also be a human, bring your human touch to that process. Do not leave everything to AI because you're dealing with human beings in this sector. So this is one very, very critical sector that needs people to still be humans while they're dealing with technology, while they're working with technology. So it's not going to be just tech, 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 tech. You're going to find a way to mix you plus technology to make it outstanding. So if you're a nurse, you're a healthcare professional, you're a healthcare administrator, you're a clinician, these skills are actually for you. Be someone who has operational excellence at the back of your mind. Be someone who can translate, you can make decision ethically, and be someone who is ready to optimize the processes so that there's no backlogs or delay in the health services that you are providing to your patients and your clients. The fifth section is human resources. Now, who would think about human resources? They're looking for ways of how a human manager can communicate across different cultural situations. There's something we do in the UK, they call it diversity. Of course, in the Western world, diversity is a big thing. If you're human resources and you can't communicate with people from diverse environment, from different culture, from different place, it could be hard for you to work with people. And these days, people are going into remote work, and remote work has increased. We have things they call global teams, that your team member will be in a different location and you were in another country. And this is what they call global team. People are using AI tools in the workplace right now to streamline processes. They're using AI tools to lead people in different cultures in a much complex environment. So if you're an HR person, can you do this? Because this is what they're looking for. And of course, this is not going to go away. Cross cultural communication is a thing you must consider to want to work on. And if you're not that person that don't know how to use this, how to talk to people, different kind of people, it should be to be this is your sign for you to go work on that part of your life, because AI, remote work, global teams, these things have come to stay. People hybrid working, people work from home these days. A lot of us just wants to work from home, but then these things will happen in your department if you're an HR person, and you must learn how to manage these things using AI tools and using breaking down complex situations and breaking down complex environment to make it easy for people to work with you and work together even though they're not in the same place. Yeah. And then moving on to section 6, I have operations. Operations here, we're looking at workflow management, and business processes automation, cyber risk management. Now, this is actually a big one though, because if you work in the operations department, you literally be handling, you would as in your AI is literally being handled to you as a tool to make your job better. The people who will thrive in this place will be the ones who lean into how to use AI to automate the workflows and manage the risks that they come in across, that they come in contact with. And cyber risks rather, is on the rise now, and in operations specifically, businesses are now very digitalized. So every operations department, every operations team now has to think about security. How do we safeguard the work we're doing? And as an operations person, you must know how to make this work, how to stop major risks from happening in your department. So it's risk management, it's process automation, it's workflow management, how to use AI to become a better operations manager. That your skill is actually on the rise. If you know how to do this, well done. Section 7, also very interesting to me because this is sales. When I first read the report, I'll be like, okay, sales is also on the rise. So who says your selling skill is not important? Who says selling will ever go under? Selling is not going to go under. But then your sales negotiation skill, your relationship marketing skill, your strategic planning skill is all still very interesting and still on the rise. So these are actually the human parts that AI can actually not take over from us. Your skills as a human being, you can manage relationship, you can do strategic planning, you can negotiate. Your skill is on the rise. You know what? AI can help you become a better salesperson in the sense that AI can help you do your research, your profiling, your admin work. Because when I was in sales and marketing back home, I would use Google to research on my clients. I would look for details about the client because probably have a presentation. I need to let them know that I know them. I know a lot about them. I'm quite interested in their business, so I want to ensure their businesses. So if I had AI those days, AI would help me know where to go to, which company to talk to, which company to approach, how to find them, what to say to them. It will make my life so easy. So these skills are still human. However, you're going to use AI to help you with your profiling. Use AI to help you with your research. Use AI to help you with your reporting, your presentations. So these are things you have to learn AI, how to use AI for your business. So, but your relationship marketing is still that human part of you. AI will not go to the street and keep your customers happy. You will be the one to keep your customers happy on your behalf because they're your client. That part of you, AI cannot take. Relationship building, strategic thinking, process optimization. Like AI cannot that part from you. AI still cannot take that. You still need real humans to do this things, this relationship building, the sales calls. We still need rather real people with real human touch to be in sales. But AI can help you double down on your skills. AI cannot replace you. However, AI will replace you with people who can use AI to increase productivity. If you do not learn to use AI for sales, people who can use AI for sales will be taken preferred over you. So if you're a salesperson, go and learn how to use sales and increase productivity and learn how to become a better marketer. Learn how to profile, do your research and do your reports with AI. But AI cannot take your soft skills from you. This is a guarantee according to this report. Okay, so moving on to section 8. Section 8 again is still about business. Section 8 is business development. My department then back home was called business development. And under there, I was a marketing sales staff. I was a front line facing staff because I was always hitting the road to make sales calls and to profile my clients and do presentations, speak documents, to drop documents to make my customers happy, also to give gifts. And let me tell you something, business development is all encompassing. So it's a go-to marketing strategy. It involves revenue growth strategy, technology road mapping. Okay. Now this is essentially about being able to spot where the opportunities are and how to execute them in an AI-driven market. So AI is there, but you need to use AI to find opportunities. Now, business development professionals who can read the tech landscape and translate it into commercial opportunities are going to be incredibly valuable. Okay, so you must learn how to use AI to become a better business developer, a better to form your strategy. You have a go-to market strategy. That is how you use AI for your business. And guess what? Your skill is on the rise in 2026. AI will not take your business from you. Moving on to section 9, where we have education. Why not? Education will not go under. Why? Because we're learning every day. I always say every day is school day. So why not? So education is not going anywhere. However, you must learn how to use AI in your education process. Now, let me say this. A lot of people will be surprised when this report came out, but then it actually makes a total sense because people, every day you learn, it's education. Educators are being asked to lead in a world where AI is reshaping everything, reshaping how people learn. People don't want to go to school anymore because they basically think they can learn everything sitting down in their houses. And yeah, so in education, we're looking at project management, public speaking, AI for learning. There's this thing Canva has for educators. A lot of education programs on there, apps are creating different sectors for AI. Even in Cloud AI has Cloud Education. It's an app for teachers, for people in the education sector where you learn how to use apps, AI to be a better educator, right? So also in the space of public speaking is also rising because the ability to communicate complex ideas clearly is actually needed right now. Whereas whether to students, parents, or policy makers, this has never been more important. And AI for learning is actually a thing now. So that's just where education has gone to a different pedestal. People learn in different ways now. I remember working with a client and they were learning with iPad. They were trying to teach them new skills. They have a personalized iPad where everything the person is semi non-verbal, so they could communicate their thoughts, their feelings with the use of that device. That is how they are learning. People are learning in different ways right now in the world of AI. People sit down in front of AI to learn about the use of AI through AI. AI teaches them how to use them. So that if you're an educator, you must learn how to use AI for your teaching, how to use AI for learning, how to use AI to help your students. And if you're in education, it's not just about the teachers and professors, it's about students as well. You must learn how to use AI well as a student for your research and etc. Parents or policymakers also have the needs to learn how to use AI adequately. So yeah, that's section 9, and that is the last section where the job function cuts across. So I've been able to talk about all the 10 different job functions that LinkedIn has spotlighted that are on the rise for 2026. I merged rather the first one into two, which was engineering and IT and technology, because that's one and two, and every other one comes after that one. So now, now here's a big takeaway from all of this that we have said, and this video has made it even clearer now than it was in part one. AI is no longer just an engineer problem, right? AI has landed in every single one of these 10 job functions, whether you're in finance, whether you're in healthcare, whether you're in HR, or whether you're in education, whether you're in marketing, whether you're in sales, whether you are in business development. AI is touching your role. As I record this video, AI is touching your role. AI is sitting pretty in your role, and LinkedIn's data is telling you who is a professional to add the skills right now to the ones you already have. They're not saying what you're doing is irrelevant, they're just saying for you to add to what you have right now to your existing skills. And this is very, very important. This is very important right now. I was having this conversation with someone, and this person was expressing her fear as to the use of AI to do one of her projects. And I said to her, you have to be confident and comfortable to learn how to use AI. AI will not doesn't mean you don't know the thing. It's just going to help you speed up your role and speed up your ideas. Have your ideas and dump it in there and let AI bring a better version of what you have already done. That puts you into the use of AI. And I said, if you don't learn how to use AI now, people who use AI will take your job. It's not because you're not good, it's because you have refused to learn how to use something new to better yourself in your field. So you have to want to learn how to use AI to become a better person in your field. Wherever you are, you must learn to use AI. You must embrace it. A lot of people don't know how to embrace change. I know it's hard. It took me a while to want to use AI, but I started using it. So trust me, you need to learn how to use AI to become a better person, to have a fantastic career. So your career will just be progressing. You stand the test of time. Okay? This is your sign for you to go and learn how to use one or two AI tools to help better your job functions. Learn how this work. Learn how this work and apply it to your job. Don't just learn, learn and apply. My question right now isn't should you upskill? My question is which of these 10 functions are you in right now? And what's the one skill you're going to focus on to grow? What's the first thing you're going to be doing right now in your job function? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave your comments so we can talk about all the skills we've looked into. You have seen now that your job function is actually relevant. So which of them, which of these skills will you be starting on learning first in your job function?